Alright, and once again, it is always 1999 when you're playing on the Dreamcast. Hey guys, Laura here. Got Daddy EMR with me.
Hey.
Got Diabetes Ninja with me.
Top of the morning.
I literally just did this. And we're actually about to play some Dreamcast. Haven't booted this up since the JoJo's video, which was about 3 years ago.
It's like a dream.
We went from doing an obscure game that there are very few copies in existence, that there is no material on, to a game that there are millions of copies of it out there, and it's actually like synonymous with the system.
Man, it even says for Dreamcast on the thing, so we were watching the opening to this shit so much. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm a big Namco fan. This was a launch title for the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is considered to have one of the best gaming launches of all time. Go ahead and put a graphic up of all the games that released on the day. There's like fucking 20 of them almost.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. You're welcome.
I love the implication that you edit anything on this channel.
Now nobody can deny it.
Hell yeah, dude. These character models were like 5 times better than anything on PlayStation 1. Like, if you compare this to Soul Blade, it's night and day.
Tsunami!
So this is your first time seeing this, huh?
Yeah.
What have you heard? You've played, Calibur 6 with us before, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, thanks for giving me your thoughts.
so let's try this instead. So, how would
That's
you?
the one with the boobs.
Oh,
That is
the one with the boobs. That's funny. This is from Japan. You know that, right?
Right.
You know that Japan's kind of boob-centric.
They have a lot of boobs there.
You're not wrong.
And what they
have
don't-
a lot of boobs there.
What they
They also have this nice chap.
what they lack in real boobs, they make up for in imaginary boobs.
Both have equal quality.
All right, and that was Soul Blade. So thanks for coming, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
I see you all.
I don't remember this opening being as long as it is.
I won the game. Just want to point that out.
All right, so let's try this. So, Daddy, how many fighting games have you played?
Several.
Have you liked any of them? Has any of them been your main preoccupation for any substantial length of time?
Only when I'm playing with friends.
Okay. That will qualify as an answer.
Calibur.
Soul Calibur, not Soul
Alright.
Blade.
I once
So,
played a computer fighting game called Death Vegas. It was pretty dope.
Alright, so this game has a lot of single-player content. And again, this came out in 99, so that was a pretty big deal at the time. So we're going to let you dive into this the way that somebody would have if they had no friends 22 years ago.
I didn't have friends 22 years ago.
You didn't have to out us out like that.
Whew. Whew. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pass the control over to you.
Have you ever noticed that when it comes to conversations about not having friends, Laura is way more interested in moving the timeline somewhere else? Well, if they didn't have friends years ago,
Wow.
we have friends now.
Alright, you've been poisoned by a nunchaku-wielding enemy. Your strength deteriorates with time and ring outs are not effective. Defeat Maxi. This is hard as shit. Oh, somebody's definitely been... Oh, it loaded my save file.
Oh, setting him up for failure.
Yeah, I see.
That's it. No, that's a Laura move.
Getting the fuck out of that.
Is there any way that you can make the arcade game impossible as well, so that way you can't do it either?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Set me
As
up.
soon as we seen Yoshimitsu, we should have known oh,
There's-
this isn't a new file.
You're right. I'm gonna re-random. Alright, so it goes... Horizontal attack, vertical attack, kick, guard.
Okay.
Now, I don't know where everybody else is at, but I think that in terms of like 3D environments, I think that the Soul Calibur series is best in class, probably.
Definitely back in the 2000s, you weren't beating it.
Well, I did it.
We gotta congratulate our boy if we get a perfect on the first one.
No bull.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, okay, so if you're saying for the period that you would give it to Soul Calibur, do you think that anything has like surpassed it since?
Yo, Doc, have you seen Guilty Gear Strive?
3D.
Oh, you mean like a 3D movable environment? Because, I mean, Strive's 3D animated. There's no way you can achieve any of that with 2D graphics. But for a 3D arena, it's between Tekken 7 and Soul Calibur 6, I guess, huh?
Well, I mean, it's Namco. This is like Namco's wheelhouse. This is like pretty much where they
I
excel.
haven't seen Dead or Alive 6, though.
No.
I don't think it would beat it. There was that one 3D fighting game on PS4 called Fight. That's definitely not beating it.
Oh, we're talking about that one indie. God, that's got like 4
Don't
characters.
slaughter indie developers like that.
Well, no, you're right.
Call it what it is, a fucking high school project.
Well, it's not, or a troll game. You know what I mean? Like, this is like them messing around with like, you know, it's an upscaled version of like Fighting Game Maker for the PlayStation 1's. You know, they basically like made something that complexity and then like rezzed it up.
Feels that way. Dude, every now and again I run across PS1 copies of RPG Maker and Fighting Game, like Fighter Maker 1, and I think, oh man, maybe I should buy that, and then I remember there's no absolute way in hell any of that would be playable right now.
Well, you know, not only is there like free tools to do better work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the other limitations on terms of like storage space. Is Daddy better than us at Soul Calibur?
Don't say us.
You can say daddy, though.
Oh my god.
You know, as somebody who presentation-wise kind of like really prefers minimalism over the obnoxious direction that fighting games have gone recently, as much as I like think that this is like classy and understated, I almost like wonder like, is this where we started doing a little bit too much visually in fighting games, to where instead of interesting systems, now we just get like
It's not.
slow down and you know.
Okay, so in '99, this was as much detail as any fighting game had ever had. There's no way you could consider this to be like understated, unless you're comparing it to like Soul Calibur 6. Is this where like it started to be more style over substance?
Because there's so much substance, we can't accuse it of that either.
No, I'm gonna say Dead or Alive 4 is when that started to happen.
Well, see, I guess like presentation flourishes are what I'm really attacking here, not it being like layered and textured and like developed art-wise. Because I think that there's like a lot of like light shadow contrast and a lot of, you know, just there's like a lot of beauty. I'm not attacking beauty. But you know how like fighting games have kind of gotten obnoxious, and like now they'll like do these like weird presentation flourishes that I don't even know if they really add beauty so much as they just are meant to be stimulus or something like that.
I mean, give me some examples.
Oh well, you know, in Strive, since we've already talked about it, you know, like how, you know, breaks are unnecessary and like the character flying way over there, that's like, you know, we don't really need
It's
that.
not like. Yeah, but that actually directly affects gameplay, and it's... Yeah, that's not a flourish or some, like, style or substance. That actually is the substance, because it changes up wall games and actually changes up how combos are done, like, optimally. Prevents you from being too stuck on the corner or being repeatedly, like, wall bounced.
I do hear you. I wish that we could like make that adjustment in the game without having to have a distracting visual, like, break in action?
Bro, it lasts 2 seconds. What do you mean distracting?
It sounds like you like it,
What
and
the
I don't.
hell? What the hell did I just see him go through, like, Savanti's midsection? Can we,
Oh, it's not perfect, you know? It's not perfect.
Whoa.
Even though I want to say that, like, all the gaming institutions, like, definitely did say that this game was perfect at the time. I think
it
that,
is.
well, combat-wise, it was definitely, we thought we had achieved the ceiling here.
I mean, shit, graphic-wise, we did achieve the ceiling for a while. The only thing you could say bad about
For
Soul Calibur
1 year.
the only thing you could say bad about Soul Calibur 1 is, it, like, age has come for it, you know?
Well, so it's kind of like the difference between PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast is like less than the difference between Dreamcast and PlayStation 2, right?
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if it's incorrect, though. Because there are some Dreamcast games that look better than some PS2 games.
Okay, so let's
Look
try.
at Grandia.
Let's try this
Grandia
then.
ran like shit on PS2, but it runs great on Dreamcast.
Well, let's try this. Do we think the difference between PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast is less than the difference between Dreamcast and Xbox? Now, I know that you're less familiar with Xbox.
Oh no, the Xbox definitely looks better. As a matter of fact, the Xbox is capable of playing Dreamcast games.
Right, and so what I'm really getting at is it isn't just better, it's as much better than Dreamcast as Dreamcast was from the PlayStation 1. And if you look at the time investment for us to get from point A to B and then B to C, I think that,
I think the Xbox released way later. I don't know, the PS1 is from 95, right? So...
yeah, we had a 4-year gap, and then,
I'd have to redo the math on that, or just ask the bridge to do that for me. There we go.
well, yeah,
You're welcome.
You're not the... Alright.
are we letting the cat out of the bag? Daddy's actually been the hobo the entire time? So, it's funny. Water, like water in motion, like being around bodies of water, has always been like a real... I've always like visually been drawn into it, you know what I mean? If you can just like make a game where you're just like watching water flow all around all the time, like visually I'm gonna think that your game is better than it is.
Well, good news, man. Real fishing exists. That's all you do.
Well, I have to like it. I have to be enamored with like your presentation of the water. Like all water presentation isn't equally good.
Serious answer would be Wave Racer.
Oh, the single like the single like sheet of blue that they pretend is water.
Yeah. I forget who originally said it. Isaac used to quote this a lot, where it's like you can judge a game's graphics exactly like how good the water is. The water is a dead giveaway. You know, like if you can't do good water effects, then you know you're pretty much.
Have we hit the ceiling on good water though? Is good water like there's really not much more room?
The ocean.
What was the last game you bought brand new that like had an amount of water to look at, other than the sweat coming off Jin Kazama's face?
Fuck off.
So I didn't. Whenever you bought the most recent Soul Calibur 6, right? That one, does that one count? Because like that's your game, not mine. But I played it because you guys. Before I like realized, oh, you guys are so much better than me. I'm never going to be able to catch up. Before I like had that realization, I was like, it's Soul Calibur. Anybody can play it, which is not true at all.
I don't know about that. You just gotta.
I know that you would like to have your substantial experience lead. I know you would like to leverage the brand equity that you've built. But on some level, like, it's non-competitive. But I actually don't mind spectating Soul Calibur, since...
I'm trying to remember the Soul Calibur 6 stages. There is a water one, huh?
Well, there's like water. Water's like kind of present in a bunch of them.
Damn.
Like, it isn't all of them aren't like peninsulas like
yeah,
this.
that like snow one, that Yoshimizu stage definitely have like frozen water and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good looking there.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic in Final Fantasy 15. As good as anything else.
It's sad.
We're gonna continue.
It's sad to see Daddy face down like that.
Yeah.
You always like
That's,
picture him being a top guy. If you guys have to edit that, I completely understand.
No, it's okay. I won't edit it out.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fuck this guy.
I've long thought that your editing was like the highlight of this channel.
Oh my fucking god.
You're, to be honest with you, like, you've really come a long way. You've like made a lot of strides in your editing there, Daddy.
Thanks, man. Editing is really really my passion. And
I know that a lot of your post-high school education has like really like been centered around that, and you know.
Yeah. Ever since Lar found me off the side of the road, I'm really just glad that I have an opportunity to, show what I'm worth, show my artistic talent to the world.
And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's actually how he and I met as well. I wasn't really. He was like, "Hey, how would you feel about editing my channel?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to use a computer or anything." And he was like, "Well, have you ever thought about learning?" So I was gonna be me if it wasn't you, you know. Oh, eat shit! Take that, Keelik.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of a Keelik main, so this makes me a little sad.
Well,
You know.
well, listen. We can have Daddy edit that out of the video if you don't want to like have a rewatch.
Oh my god.
Take that, Keelik.
Yeah.
I
Siegfried!
do not know how to think about this bed.
What bit?
The one where Daddy pretends that he's not as good at Soul Calibur as he is at editing? Because, like, he's really, you know... Oh. He's, like, lulling the computer into, like, a sense of security.
Voiced by the guy who does Link.
Oh, does Link voice himself whenever...
Hang on, I'll edit a Google search or whatever.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem, man.
Yes, I know he does voice Yoshimitsu, and in the GameCube one, he does voice Link again.
Yes! Dreams came true 15 years ago. Didn't even realize it. What, he has a dropkick?
A knight in shining armor has a dropkick. That's dope.
Also, Young Link's voice in Ocarina of Time is the voice of Taki.
Okay. Should female ninjas be removed from video games?
What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
where did that come from?
I'm glad you're on my side on this, because...
No, I'm confused. I'm gently got him by the leg. Achilles heel.
First off, I know you love Red Ninja. Let's not fucking pretend
I'm just
that
wondering
you're
where.
not trying to play Red Ninja with me again. So.
Let's start off slow. Like, where do you come up with this question?
Oh, I thought that was like consensus already built. Like I didn't realize that I did not mean for that to be a hot take. Like I'm notorious for
People
like
like Konoichis in video games? No, that's the most ridiculous shit anyone's ever thought of.
well, listen, man, you're an internet guy. I'm not really an internet guy. Like, you know, you probably have like more of a bird's eye view.
Fucking internet guy to know people love the shit out of fucking women in games and ninjas.
Okay, well, so listen, so you have me on two things. Not only are you an internet guy whenever I'm not an internet guy, you're a people guy, and I'm like less of a people guy.
I mean, you are less than a people guy than me, I guess.
Oh,
Dude, you can't get hit again.
No shit.
I didn't know if you knew, so I thought I'd tell you.
Thanks, man. I know how health works. Just like I know how editing works.
I wish I had face cam so that you can just see Ninja continuously spit take. I can't wait for Justice to get at me after watching this video and be like, yeah, come a long way, huh? And he's like, oh, damn.
Oh, are we kayfabe? Are we busting out real names?
Oh, no, that got censored.
Okay. So,
Don't worry, I'll get on it.
What are you using to censor out your actual name?
alright, so
There you go.
let's try this. So Daddy, have you ever like thought about taking Laura under your wing and teaching him how to edit?
Wow.
Because I know that he recently tried his hand at editing as the hobo was not available. And I don't know.
Yes, please, out of curiosity, tell me which video did I edit?
Oh, remember back in
Yeah,
1995?
Oh, yeah, right?
See, in the reality that I was talking about, where we like eliminated all the like female combatants, like you would have like won this battle by default already.
Just because...
You know, we're getting hella misogynistic right now, and I'm not
It's supposed to be tongue in cheek. If it's not going to
I'm not
cross
sure
that way.
I'm not sure I want to go down this road.
Don't worry, I'll bleed it out.
Alright, you want to give it one more continue?
I mean, yeah. If we're gonna do it well, your permission.
Selena is actually my Soul Blade main, and I've gotten to where I just main her, so I'm up 6 now.
I know that some people are gonna like take my wishing like female combatants out of the like ninja role in games as being like me just trying to hide from lore in video games.
That's exactly what's happening though.
I don't. No, it's Also,
She's not a ninja, by the way. I just want people to know that I know that.
Lars, well, like, am I a ninja in quotation marks? Like, I don't know. Like, it's really hard to say.
You wear that red blue Jason mask like a ninja would, so I have no reason to doubt it.
Well, like, I am a ninja the way that Luffy is a pirate, or the way that, like it. So it's kind of like, I identify as one,
Have you seen that Disney picture book photo going around? Where it's like, I don't think Disney knows what the word pirate is, and it's like these little kids dressed like pirates, and they're holding a sign, and it says, remember, a good pirate never takes another person's belongings.
Ooh.
Dude, I laugh every time I have to look at that. Like, are you serious? What does that even leave? What does that even leave? You're a sailor at that point.
That was clutch. That was very clutch. So, had they started the tradition of, like, silly-ass weapons as you get further into the Weapon Master mode at this point in the series?
I'm trying to remember. I think there's a few alternate weapons, but I think Soul Calibur 2 is when that starts taking off.
Is Final Fantasy VII the origin of that, like, tradition or whatever?
I doubt it.
Because that's, like, the first time that I remember, like, oh, look, you get to play with, like, an umbrella and, like, a mop or something like that. Oh...
Alright.
Well, this has been Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
As you can see, the lighting is a crazy tech demo.
That bull is
Pretty
having a
much.
fun time dying.
Okay, I'm gonna do a bonus match for everybody. I'm gonna see what was in store for mission mode.
All right, so if Laura eats shit on this single attempt at this mission mode, make sure to leave an F in the chat or whatever.
Make
so
sure
this is
to
what
like
we were
it.
initially going.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
So this is what we were going to have you play before we realized.
What? It's as if I haven't been here the whole time.
Okay.
Maxi. 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 Oh,
Maxi.
yes!
Maxi!
Yes!
Maxi!
Woo!
Maxi!
And it hurts your foot or whatever is happening.
Ow! I'm poisoned! Ow!
So, for those who are like wanting like a summary of what it's like to be around Lara, that was a pretty communicative little 30 seconds we just.
Yeah.